Martha Gellhorn was Eleanor Roosevelt's best friend. Ernest Hemingway dedicated For Whom the Bell Tolls to Martha Gellhorn. She wrote to me in her 80s on a manual typewriter from Belize. Some of her advice to me was that you had to ignore an awful lot of evil idiocy in this world. She said there is a lot of evil idiocy in the world, and one just has to learn to ignore it. That's fine, until Pittsburgh becomes so obnoxious that it cannot be ignored. I don't need anybody to tell me that separation of church and state was a good idea, despite the fact that it probably served the interests of many a slave owner. I don't need anybody to tell me that a peaceful day in a good public school is far, far better in experience than a weekend at Mar-a-Lago. I don't need anybody else to tell me that Christianity is a generous religion. I have the memory of Pope Francis to guide me on that point. It's not about stealing cars, forgiving Adolf Hitler, confiscating the property that had been cleared for Jesus in Jonestown, getting drunk with the Trumps, going over the top with the troops of Franklin Graham. I don't need anybody to tell me that that's not what Christianity is about. I don't need anybody to tell me that Christianity owes a debt to Islam. For the first Christian humanist, Erasmus, translated the New Testament with an introduction that referred to the ancient Greeks. The only reason he had the ancient Greeks is that Islam scholars preserved their writings through the Dark Ages, which brought us to the Enlightenment. I'm not saying that Islam is perfect. Some of the regimes that are founded by Islam, like Sisi's Egypt, appear to be a number of worthless worthies who can't even bring themselves to blow down the Rafah Gate and get help to the people of Gaza. The Nation of Islam has been silent too. They did, however, unearth the National Parks records long before Biden admitted it was true, showing that the Statue of Liberty was given to all of us as part of the celebration of the Emancipation Proclamation. I owe a debt to Syed Hossein Nasr, whose guidance in the meditations of theology allowed me to cope with the implant from the sadist Wattenmaker experiments at Western Psychiatric at the University of Pittsburgh, where he works as a neurobehavioral researcher. Take a look at what they put in a little boy from Iowa, a neuro implant, and they took me to see Incredible Two-Headed Transplant, where a weird villain says of his captor, now I've got a captive, now I've got to teach this moron how to walk. Well, that's Israel, loud and clear. Teaching America the morons how to wipe out innocent people like the Fuhrer of old, who they so admire. And of course, they murdered my father. What else would they do? He was a distinguished senior faculty member at the University of Pittsburgh who taught human rights. He was a white who led a Peace Corps chapter in Africa. He was considered a hero by the North Regional Director of Amnesty International, Northeast chapter. So, Christian Zionism are glue-sniffing car thieves in human trafficking. They have nothing whatsoever to offer Texas. So get it through your thick heads in Texas. The Christian Zionism is after your children. There's a Matt Curry Street, that's my name, in Texas. Get it through your heads that they're out to ruin you. And they'll prey on your stuff, your stupid Republican stuff about Christianity. Nobody needs to tell me it's stupid Republican stuff about Christianity. I can see it and hear it with my own eyes and ears. I don't know what the hell else I wanted to say. God bless Pope Francis. Oh, yeah. One other thing. The people of Gaza are beautiful, charitable, creative, intelligent, sensitive, warm, loving, dignified. And that's why the Israelis hate them. Qualities of which Israelis are barren.